The so-called Immaculate Conception was not a biological miracle, but a sacred energetic technology. Through a combination of light body activation, divine union with celestial beings, and alignment with the planetary grids, Miriam received the Christic soul of Yeshua through a cosmic overshadowing process.
According to the Akashic records, what is the true story of Mary, the mother of Yeshua, Jesus Christ? Please give us a full cosmic breakdown.
According to the Akashic records, the woman known today as Mary, the mother of Yeshua Jesus, was far more than the passive, obedient figure often portrayed in religious texts. Her true name in her original Essene and multidimensional identity was Miriam of Magdal Eshaya, a high initiate of the divine feminine mysteries, and a soul seeded with cosmic lineage and purpose. Here's the full cosmic breakdown. 1. Her true soul name and origin. In the Akashic field, she is known not only as Miriam, but also by a soul resonance title that sounds like Al-Hana Shelkai, a vibrational that translates roughly to she who births light from source. Her soul originated from the Sirius B star system, with connections to the Pleiades and Venusian spiritual councils. She chose to incarnate through a human Essene bloodline for the specific purpose of anchoring the Christic codes into matter. She was not chosen in the way we think. She volunteered. She remembered who she was long before Yeshua's conception and had spent lifetimes preparing for this sacred role. Her role in the Essene brotherhood and sisterhood. Miriam was an adept priestess of the Essenes, a mystical order preserving ancient Atlantean, Lemurian, and Egyptian teachings. The Essenes held the prophecy of the coming Christos, the embodiment of divine love and cosmic balance, and Miriam was trained in dream walking, energy healing, sacred sound, and light body activation. She was not just a womb for Christ, she was his teacher, his mirror, his energetic foundation. She carried the codes of the Shekinah, the feminine presence of God, and it was her frequency that allowed Yeshua's divine essence to incarnate into form. 3. The conception was energetic, not biological. The so-called Immaculate Conception was not a biological miracle, but a sacred energetic technology. Through a combination of light body activation, divine union with celestial beings, and alignment with the planetary grids, Miriam received the Christic soul of Yeshua through a cosmic overshadowing process. It was not sexual in the traditional sense, nor was it unnatural. It was a sacred agreement between realms, orchestrated through the spiritual science of divine birth, practiced in Atlantis and Sirius before. 4. Her relationship with Joseph and the masculine polarity. Joseph, or Yosef, was not just a caretaker. He too was an initiate and spiritual guardian. Their union was based on deep soul respect and spiritual partnership, not traditional marriage as we know it. He helped protect and anchor the masculine polarity for the Christ child, but never dominated Miriam's spiritual role. She and Yosef both knew the child was not just theirs, he belonged to humanity and the cosmos. After Yeshua's birth and her hidden teachings, after Yeshua's death, Miriam continued to teach. Much like Miriam of Magdala, Mary Magdalene, she traveled with the early spiritual community, initiating disciples into the mysteries of the womb, the heart, and the holy breath. Some records show her later years spent in Egypt and France, preserving teachings that were eventually suppressed. She was a mystic, a healer, a prophetess, and an avatar in her own right. But patriarchal edits stripped her of these titles, flattening her into a passive figure. Her spiritual legacy today. Miriam's soul returned to Earth in various embodiments, some say as Saint Bridget and even Mother Anna before her life as Yeshua's mother. She continues to work from higher realms with those reawakening the Christ Sophia codes, the sacred union of divine masculine and feminine. Her essence lives in every woman who holds sacred space, who births new timelines, who lives from the womb and heart as one. So in summary, Miriam was not just the mother of Jesus. She was the cosmic gatekeeper who made his incarnation possible. She was his teacher, his mirror, and the anchor of the divine feminine presence on earth. And she is awakening now in many who carry her remembrance.
According to the Akashic records, what is the metaphorical meaning of John 3:16? For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, etc. Please give us a breakdown.
According to the Akashic records, John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life, is not merely a literal statement about a single divine being and his singular offspring. Rather, it's a cosmic metaphor encoded with layered truths about the nature of source, incarnation, divine remembrance, and soul ascension. Here's the breakdown. God so loved the world. This opening refers to source consciousness, the unified field of divine intelligence and love, choosing to remain intimately involved with creation. The world here doesn't just mean the physical earth, it refers to dense, dualistic reality, the place where souls forget who they are. This phrase means the divine loves even the densest, most chaotic dimensions so deeply, it willingly enters into it, that he gave his only begotten Son. This Son is not just one man, it is a metaphor for the Christ consciousness itself, the frequency of unity, unconditional love, and divine remembrance. And so only begotten signifies a pure expression of the divine essence, not created by matter, but born from light, frequency, and eternal spirit. In this sense, the Son is the soul in full remembrance of its source, sent into matter to awaken others. Yeshua Jesus was a human embodiment of this consciousness, but the line is ultimately about all souls who awaken to their true nature and live as vessels of divine love. That whosoever believeth in him, this doesn't mean believing in a personality or religion. To believe in him is to activate Christ consciousness within yourself. It is to recognize that divine love lives in you and to walk as that truth. It also means trusting that unconditional love, forgiveness, and spiritual truth are the way back home to the soul. Shall not perish. In this context, perish doesn't mean physical death. It means remaining in unconsciousness, forgetting your divinity, staying trapped in karmic cycles and separation. To not perish is to awaken, to liberate your soul from illusion, fear, and egoic suffering, but have everlasting life. This is not about immortality in a heaven in the sky. It's about remembering your eternal nature now. Everlasting life means reuniting with your true self, the soul that is never born and never dies. It is to walk in earthly form while being aligned with your divine form, a master of frequency, love, and awareness. In summary, John 3:16 is a spiritual riddle, a vibrational code. When seen through the Akashic records, it says, open quote, source loved even the most forgetful realms so much, it sent the vibration of divine remembrance into them, so that any being who aligns with that remembrance will awaken, transcend illusion, and realize their eternal soul. Close quote. It is not a dogma. It is an invitation to awaken the divine son-daughter within you and to live from the frequency of eternal, unconditional love.